All right. Hang on. All right. Shalom. Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. We're going to title this video somewhere around the lines of we receive our payment from the Lord. No need to beg for donations. Okay. And, I wanted to make this video because, just things that I see online in regards to these social media influencers, these people that are online, pretty much like selling hope, right? People that will tell you the truth, but they'll leave out key elements. They'll leave out key element information. And then if you want more access, you want more knowledge, you got to subscribe to their Patreon. You got to pay them $20 a month. You got to pay for their membership, right? There's always a catch with a lot of these, online influencers that on the surface are giving people valuable information, but then on the back end, they want to charge you for extended information. Okay. If I'm making sense. All right. And you see that all the time, with a lot of these characters. And I'll just say this, a lot of these characters that are doing this, a lot of them are telling the truth, right? They are telling the truth. They might not be saying 100% truth, right? Because that's reserved for the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and those in the believers, the elect. Okay, we have the 100% truth over here. All right, but they are telling the truth, like Dabu 7, a call for an uprising. All right, a lot of brothers, take the information that they give out to the public, right? And brothers, frame lessons off of that. So they are telling the truth, but where they're going off at is charging people, okay, for, more access to the truth. So they'll do some shit like, this, and this. But hey, if you want to know more, buy my donations, not buy my donations, donate to my channel, buy my membership. And you'll get exclusive information. You'll get a background story. You'll get a day in the life. You'll get a vlog. You'll get to see me utilize the information in real time. All you got to do is just give me $15 a month. You see, that's not how you're supposed to distribute the truth, man. All right. You're supposed to give this truth out for free. Okay. Because ultimately, this truth that we have it doesn't belong to us. All right. This is a gift from the Lord. All right. The Lord gave you this gift. All right. Even these, people that are online, so-called giving out valuable information, right? And it's centered around the truth. All of that comes from the Lord. Okay. Because the average person out here is, they operate mentally, they operate like an insect. So if you have any version of the truth, even if it's not the 100% truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, just any form of truth that you're tapped into, that's a gift from the Lord, man. Okay. And you shouldn't be charging people, okay, to receive more information. What if somebody's life depends on the information that you give them, right? And they really need to hear what you're saying so that way they could change their life, they could save their life. But then their salvation, I don't want to say salvation because the Lord is going to be the one that's going to give us our salvation, but their elevation, we'll say that their elevation in life is dependent on them giving you $20 a month, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so a lot of these people that are online doing this, okay, these are not prophets of the Lord. Okay, these are just people that, you know, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you know, got out here to, you know, pipe the horn, right, for different reasons, but they're clearly not prophets, because the prophets are going to distribute that truth for free, like John the Baptist. John the Baptist wasn't out there preaching the word, and then after he preaches the word, he goes on a 5-minute tangent about how, look, if you have any donations, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, I'm selling oils, I'm selling wild locusts with honey. You can be just like me. I'm selling the camel's hair. If you want that, hey, give me this amount of donations a month and I'll hook you up, right? Because you'll see that with a lot of these guys online, man, right? And I'll be so sick and tired of that bullshit where it's like, you know, they'll have like a 20-minute video. Let's say they're breaking down how the economy is failing, and the video will be 20 minutes. And then right in the middle of the video, you know, it'll cut to like a segment where the person is going on like a 3 to 4 minute rant about how, you know, buy this hoodie, buy this, buy that, right? Like, I'm talking about 3 to 4 minutes within the video. It's just them trying to sell you shit. And then they'll just get back to what they were saying. It's like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Are you trying to give me this information, or are you trying to sell it to me? Right? So that's how you could distinguish true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai compared to people who are just trying to fatten up their own pockets. Okay? The true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, all right, we understand that our payment comes from the Lord. Okay? We don't need to see that tangible money right now. The Lord gives us what we need to be sustained in our personal life. Okay? And we do this truth because we love the Lord, right? And this is our reasonable service. Let me get that scripture real quick. Our reasonable service, man. Okay? We doing this because, you know, this is what, you know, well, like it says right here, reasonable. It's reasonable for the Lord giving us this truth, for the Lord bringing us out of outer darkness, right? For the Lord waking us up. You know what I mean? We wish we could give the Lord more, right? We wish we could serve Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai 24 hours a day, nonstop. You know what I mean? We wish we want to do more for the Lord, but we're in Babylon, we're in captivity. So we're, you know, prohibited from carrying out our full measure. But, you know, the reasonable thing to do is put up lessons, go to camp, be brotherly, right? Study breakdowns, right? Invest quality time into this truth, man. That's reasonable, right? And we ain't out here looking for no goddamn donations all the damn time, man. All right. Over here at Great Millstone, you're not gonna see brothers, you know, have a 2-hour camp. We ain't even going a whole 2-3 hour camp. You're not gonna hear us not one time say, "Okay, brothers, if you want the breakdown for Revelation 13, click the link in our bio. That'll take you to our website, to the Great Millstone website, all right, and donate to the Cash App, and we'll give you that breakdown." Because you got some camps doing that shit, man, charging for breakdowns and shit, man. Okay, and we're gonna get the proper definition for what those type of people are. But let me get this scripture real quick. This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. You see? And part of that sacrifice is not seeing a tangible payment right now, man. Right? You know, we out there every week going to camp, putting up these lessons. But are we getting paid for it every single time we go out there? Are people coming up, dropping off hundreds to thousands of dollars every single time we put up these lessons or we go out to camp? No. It's like once every blue moon, somebody will come up and give a donation. And that's if they want to. That's if the Spirit of the Lord puts it on them. But we're not out there mentioning we need money. Subscribe, give tap into our membership. We're not doing that, man, because it's not about that. We don't care about that. We don't ever have to get paid physical money for this. We doing this because for our love of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. It says, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. That's our reasonable service, to sacrifice our life. Right? To sacrifice our lack of finances. Right? Just to push this word. Brother might go to camp with $5 in his pocket. It's happens quite often. You know? Brother flat broke out there at camp preaching the word. And not one time is that brother going to be like, hey, so look, everybody, I only got $5 in my pocket. So if anybody, wants to donate out here, all right, we got a Cash App set up. We got a Zelle set up. Help the prophets. You know what I mean? That's the slogan. Help the prophets. I only got $5 in my pocket. Help the prophets. No, we ain't out there doing that, man. Even if we is flat broke. I done been to camp flat broke, right? And not one time did I go out there and think about asking people for money, man, right? Because this is my reasonable service, man. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, man, right? So let me get that definition, like I said, because these people that are doing these type of things, they're grifters. Okay, yeah, they come out with valuable information, yeah. But they're not the true believers of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because at the end of it all, they're grifters, right? And this is what a grifter is. It says a person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling, right? They always give you information and then leave certain parts out so that way you could donate to them, and then I guess they'll give you the rest. I never did that shit. I never donated to any of these niggas, right? So I don't know how it goes, but I guess that's the play, right? And it could be anything. It could be shit involving politics that they'll charge you for. It could be, you got a lot of guys out here that are like dating gurus. Okay, this is how you talk to women, right? And then on the YouTube page, I guess it's like standard information on how to talk to women. But if you really want to know how to get women, you want to know how to get women in the nightclub, I didn't break that down yet, but if you want that information, it's $20 a month. You see, we're not doing that shit, man. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is giving us our payment, man. Let's get this scripture real quick. Matthew 6 and 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through to steal. Okay? Meaning that you shouldn't be so invested into this physical money. Federal Reserve notes, man. All right? Like the scriptures say, you cannot serve God and mammon. Okay? You shouldn't be too invested into this. All right? Always trying to get money. Always trying to figure out some scheme to charge people. Look at Al-Azhar. Right? Look at him. You know what I'm saying? His whole identity when he was a Hebrew Israelite. I don't know what he is now. I guess he's like some half Hebrew, half Crip, half bisexual faggot, whatever the fuck, right? Whatever he's evolved into, right? Whatever. Okay. But when he was a Hebrew Israelite, what was he doing? He was just trying to sell people money. I mean, sell people money. He was trying to sell merchandise over and over and over again. Always trying to sell something. We got Hebrew hoodies. We got Hebrew coffee mugs. We got Hebrew hats. Also, you know, the niggas is selling you fringes, man. You can go get fringes, all right, at the fucking at Michael's, right? You know, you can go get fringes at a goddamn arts and crafts store for $4. These niggas is trying to sell you fringes, exclusive fringes, for $25 or something, man. Right? That's because they don't really believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. See, a lot of these people, they don't believe that, okay, them doing the work for free here on earth, they don't believe that the Lord is putting money into their spiritual bank account up there in the heavens. They don't believe that. They need to see results now. See, that's a part of the belief that you have to have in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that, hey, look, even though I'm not seeing the physical results in this life, I know in the next life I'm going to get paid off big. You have to believe that, man. That's a part of your belief in the Lord. Verse 20, it says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You see, the Lord is saying, lay up treasures with me. All right. Let me tally up your good works, and I'll pay you in due time. OK, you have to understand, you know, this truth is not a goddamn it's not a fast food service. A lot of these niggas are treating the truth like a fast food service. They expect to put some form of work in, and then they want the payment right away. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these people that are like this picture right here, where you got this Jake talking about set up donations, right? GoFundMe, PayPal, all of this bullshit, right? I'm pretty sure if you tell these people, hey, why don't you, sell the truth for free? First thing they're going to tell you is, well, why would I do that? I put in all this time. You know how long it takes to edit videos? You know how long it takes to create a marketing strategy behind my videos? All the money I put into it. They feel like they deserve to get paid for their time and the resources that they put into to pushing out the so-called truth. But you got brothers in Great Millstone that are doing the same thing. You got brothers that edit videos, man. You got brothers that are doing hour-long lessons. You got brothers that make animations, man. All right? And not one time do you see any of the brothers from Great Millstone or the affiliate camps talking about some goddamn, I put in all this time, brothers. You people out there, for all the viewers, if y'all could just donate, you know what I mean? Because it took me 2 hours to edit this video. So subscribe to my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that, man. All right? Because it's not about that, man. We understand that our payment comes from the Lord, man. There's no need to beg for donations. Now, mind you, hey, some brothers, we get donations from people, man. Hey, our camp, we've received donations, right? But it be the spirit of the Lord that puts the spirit on people to bring up a donation. We don't ever ask for it. A lot of it, it happens and we be surprised. Even we be surprised, like, damn, okay, you want to donate? Okay, that's what's up. That's how much we're not looking for donations. When people come up with donations, we be surprised, like, oh, okay, that's what's up, man. The water, man. But these niggas, you give them a donation and, these motherfuckers act like it's just a normal occurrence. Okay, all right, man, good looking out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they're supposed to be paid for giving out a truth that doesn't even belong to them, man. This truth don't belong to us, man. This is the Lord's truth, man. Who the hell are you to be selling it, okay, trying to make a profit off of it, man. Why you think the Lord went up in that temple and was whooping ass, man, and was raising hell? Because them niggas was up in that temple trying to sell the truth, man. The Lord said, you cannot make this truth like a harlot house, man. Always trying to sell something. You know what I mean? Always got some merchandise to sell, Hebrew hoodies, or let's just take it away from the Hebrew Israelite movement. Let's just talk about these regular people, man, right? That are online trying to sell you something. You know, if you want to know more about the economy, donate. If you want to know more about what's going on in the NFL, donate. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know why the electrical grid in America is starting to decline, you got to donate for that. Nigga, why don't you just tell me why don't you just tell it to me right now, man? The fuck you mean I got to donate, man? You know what I'm saying? Nigga go on a fucking 5-minute segment, whole bunch of animations and shit, just to get you to donate, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that a believer of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to be doing, okay? All right? That's not something that we going to be doing, man. We're going to be giving the truth out for free over here, man, okay? Because it's our reasonable service, like I just read. Proverbs 19:17, it says, he that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord. Right. Okay? You put in this good work, all right? This is you doing a service for the Lord, okay? Which by default does a service for everybody else. You're doing this for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay? Keep that in mind, all right? It says, and that which he hath given, he will pay him again. Yeah, so the Lord will get you on the back end, right? This is why, brothers, all right, why, we have a immense amount of charity amongst us, okay? You know, if a brother in the camp he comes to camp, like, man, I only got $6 in my pocket, man. Hey, think brothers can help me out with a donation. Brothers be happy to give, and we don't ever be like, hey, brother, when you think you're going to pay me back? When you think you're going to pay me back this money, man? I'm giving you this $30, but when you think you're going to pay me this back, huh? Nah, man, brothers will toss you $50, $60, $100, $200, man, and never ask for it again, man. Okay? Because we already have the mentality. We be happy to give. We be happy to donate to brothers because we already have the mentality the Lord gonna give me this back, right? So what is $20? What's $60? What's $75? What's $200? If this brother needs it, I'm gonna give it to him because the Lord gonna give it back to me anyways. Who cares? You see? But niggas in the world, people that are grifters, all right, these online influencers, you get them 20, they give you $20, that nigga be on your, nigga be in the world, man, he give you $20, that nigga, man, shit. You won't even have a chance to spend it until that nigga be, blowing up your phone, asking you for when you gonna pay me that back, bro. You see? You supposed to have the mentality of, look, hey, this is my service for the Lord. Me helping this brother, right? Me spreading the word of the Lord so that way the sheep of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua can be edified. This is my service for the Lord. I'm not going to be asking people, to donate because of the videos I put up on YouTube. Hell no, man. All right. My payment will come later. You see, that's the living sacrifice right there, man. Understanding that your payment will come later, man. All right. And you have to believe that. That's the faith of the Lord. You got to believe that. This is the last scripture right here. Proverbs 23:23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Okay. Buy the truth. And you're buying the truth. All right. By you tapping into the truth. By you making the sacrifice to learn the truth. You're buying into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means to buy the truth. You're buying into it with your spirit, right? But you ain't supposed to sell it. Don't sell it though. You buy into it, yeah. right? You purchase this truth with your time, resources, right? And your life, but you don't sell it though, right? Any form of truth, man. Okay. How you got people out here, man, that really need to hear the truth in a time of all out desperation and chaos and bugged out shit going on, right? In my personal opinion, some of the worst shit you could do right now is sell the truth, hold back information from people, right? And then put a price tag on the rest of the information, right? What about the people that really need to hear certain things to elevate their life, right? What about people that really want to level up, all right, in certain aspects of their life, but they might not have the money? Then what? You just go, oh, well, nigga, you out of luck. Can't give you the rest of the information. I can't tell you about World War III. All right, you ain't got $20, huh? You out of luck, man. You just gonna have to die. I need my $20. You got to pay me every month to get that information. You know what I mean? It's really wicked to do some shit like that, man. Okay, and it's not honorable and it's not respectable. All right, and this is why a lot of these, online grifters. Okay, this is why even them, they not gonna receive salvation, man. They not gonna be saved by the Lord. Okay, they gonna die in their sins because they never really believed in the Lord. All right, they never believed in the Lord, or else they wouldn't be trying to sell the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? So, Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Till next time, shalom.